In this episode, we will be looking more into controllers. In the last episode, we looked at how to declare routes and how routes are used. We looked at the verb, the destination, and the function that is implementing the route. And we noticed there could be one problem. For example, if you have a contact us, if you ensure you want to display everything about contact us inside here. For example, the contact us is, let's say, 500 lines. About us is another 500 lines. Profile me is about 500 lines. It means just this one file is handling a lot of things, which is not ideal. And the concepts are a bit choked up. So we have what is called controllers. Controllers are basically business logic functions that group certain operations into one phase. If we could look at this, we notice most of these are static pages, are pages that display information about the website, about Learn Laravel EW. So how do we create a new controller? For us to create a new controller, we will have to open a terminal. So depending on the system you're using, you can obviously open a terminal. In this case, I open my terminal on my Visual Studio Code. To create a new controller, you can use the artisan command. Remember, I talked about the artisan command from the start, which is a command line interface tool that helps you to bootstrap new files without you writing a lot of code. And we're using PHP Artisan Serve to run the application on our development server. When we do PHP Artisan make controller, this command says I want to create a new controller and I want to give it a name, let's say pages controller. The name pages controller is the name of the file I want to give. You could give it a different name, but based on convention, it's always good to have the name controller so that when you're editing the file, you will know that this is a controller file I am editing. So PHP Artisan make is you want to create. What do you want to create? You want to create a controller. And what is the name of the controller? Pages controller. Now, once we run this command, just look at this. You will see a new file will be added into the controllers folder. By default, Laravel already understands that when you create a new controller, it adds it to the controllers folder. So watch this. I'm going to execute this command and you're going to see the new file called pages controller added here. So if I do this, so you see automatically a new file has been created in this folder called pages controller. If you open the pages controller, it's a simple 11-line file. So it has, first of all, a namespace. This namespace indicates where in the project or where in the whole project this file is found. Then you have use illuminate HTTP request. For now, don't bother about this. Subsequently, we're going to see how the request class is used. So we have a pages controller class which extends the controller base class. So this controller base class helps you to do a lot of things out of the box. Now we want to say that we'll come back to our routes. We want to say that each time a user says contact us, we shouldn't just echo it from here. We should tell the user that don't just echo here. Come to the controller, the pages controller, come to the pages controller and do something inside the pages controller. So we want to create a function called show contact page, for example. So we'll say function public function show contact page, for example. So this is as simple as it gets. We say show pages, show contact page. Show contact page is a method, and show contact page simply does what this will do. I'll copy this and I'll paste here. So it says show contact pages. I'll change this a bit. I'm going to type showing page from pages controller. And if we save this, we come back here. We're expecting that when we type contact us, it should show contact page, right? And if we go back here, say contact, oops, sorry. If I save this, sorry, I didn't save this. Save this. If I refresh the browser and we don't get anything, what's the problem? Now we have told Laravel that okay, there is a pages controller and there's a method called show contact pages or show contact page. But then we have not told our route that each time you have contact us typed on the URL, it should redirect you or it should direct you to pages controller and this method. So we need to link this route and this controller. And to do this, I'm basically we're going to delete all of this and we'll open a square brace. We'll say when a user types, we'll open an array, we'll open an array, we'll say when a user type contact us, we say we're going to pages controller and it's a class. And we want to reference the show contact page. We'll save. So we're saying that each time the user types contact us, we want to go to the pages controller and look for the show contact page. Save this and we attempt to refresh. We see that it works seamlessly. So each when we've done it, we've said show pages controller is the controller and the method is show contact page. Show contact page says showing contact page. We can obviously add something here to be sure that it's working. If we refresh the page, we'll see that it's working perfectly. So you can have as many controllers as possible here. We're going to do similar thing for about us. Rather than doing an echo about us, we are in about us here. We are going to use this format which implements a controller. So first of all, we will need to create a method inside the pages controller, which is for about, right? So since we have a show contact page, it means we'll have to show we'll need to have a show about page. So we'll say public function show about page echo we are showing the about page in pages controller. We'll save this and remove this, and we know this will still not work because we have not yet linked our route to the controller. So like what we did, our second parameter, we open an array, we say pages controller class and show about page, right? So we're expecting that when we open about page, it should say show about page. It should come to show about page and we should have this rendered on our screen. So we have this about and it works. We are showing the about page in pages controller. And the last thing we're going to do is similar thing for profile me. So rather than having profile me like so, we will delete this and open an array pages controller show profile me page, right? Show profile me page. Then we have to come to our pages controller and add public function showing profile me in pages controller. So if we save this, we know that each time we type profiles/me, we're expecting our Laravel application to go into the pages controller and look for the show profile me page, which will obviously render this text. We're going to try it again on the browser. What is the link of the route? Profile/me. Profile/me is profile. Oops, sorry. Oh, it seems we didn't save this page. Okay, we didn't save it. I've saved it. I might not be going to file save here. I'm just using Command S or Control S for Command S for Mac, Control S for Windows. so it goes faster. You might not see me going to file save. Refreshing this, we have it there. So a recap of this, controllers are a way of grouping particular business logic. In this case, we have grouped all our pages, like our public pages, into the pages controller. And we created the pages controller by using the command php artisan make controller, and we'll give the name of the controller. And each controller is simply a PHP class. It's a PHP class that extends the base controller class. And a controller class, which, like for example, the pages controller, has several methods. Methods are tied to the various routes. So for example, if you say you want to open a particular route, that's contact us will say, look for me the pages controller file, and we should focus on the show contact page method. So this is the name of the file or the name of the class, and this is the name of the method. So it's important you have the name of the class, the name of the method, the name of the class, and the name of the method. So we have three parts. We have the route URI, we have the class name, and we have the method name that will give us the content of the page. So next episode we're going to have will likely be focused on views. The reason being, you might have so much content here and you want to separate it into the views. See you in the next section.